Lily, would you like to take everything out of your pockets?
I love you!
How's everyone doing? I feel really packed room, let me say.
Doesn't it feel like we just won the NBA championship?
That three-pointer, though. I crushed it.
Spoken like a true NBA player.
Is that how you talk
Three-point
sports?
is dope.
I'm very athletic, you can see. I ran in Central Park today. I am athletic. Yay, fitness.
There is no need to brag. I ran in Central Park about 6 years ago. So, in y'all flames. So thanks for coming out, guys. We're really, really excited to be here. As you know, Connor released a book. How long ago was it?
It was about a month ago or
A
so.
month ago.
As you know, you released a book.
Oh, look at all those people drink drink
Throw it up. Throw up that Illuminati sign. Throw it up.
The girls on the right.
Hey, and then Mamrie released her book very recently.
Yes, on Tuesday.
Oh,
I know, it's crazy.
insane.
Connor just flew in from London, so he's a little bit.
I don't even know where I am.
He doesn't know what's happening. This is basically going to be a
But you're on tour, so you have no idea where you are.
Yes, I am currently doing the No Filter tour. With Grace Helbig and Hannah Hart. And so, thank you.
We both are really confused.
They stuck us in the middle of BookCon. So we thought we're going to have a lovely, fun hour together to talk all things books. And what better way to do that than to start with a drink?
I have such like a boozy brand that I'm like, wow, I'm gonna drink on stage. Very cool.
I come prepared.
I would expect nothing less from you right now.
Connor's hung out with me before. He knows I basically just roll with plastic bags of liquor at all times.
But I'm 7. I'm literally 5. This is illegal. I'm 22 for anyone who doesn't know. Any parents who are like, he's 5.
Connor,
I'm a baby.
is it just constant screaming wherever you go?
Okay, don't help. You're not helping.
So, has anyone started reading my book in years? Well, I wanted to make a recipe from the book, and this one is called Up in Smoke.
What does that mean? For people like me who are 5. What
Well,
does that
okay,
mean?
the story is about when I can't believe I'm even talking to this audience and I'm going to say this. Whatever. It's when I, for a few years, I smoked cigarettes. Don't do it. It's terrible for you. It's terrible for you.
And it's you.
I know, bad memory. Bad memory. Hey, I quit! This was like a decade ago. I'm old. So when I quit smoking, I started having a crazy sweet tooth. And I was actually living in New York City, and I worked at a recording studio, and I was really broke, but I had the power because I had the keys to the snack closet.
Hey.
Oh yeah, we got big snack closet fans here. So anyway, so I was working there, so then instead of having to buy groceries, I basically just ate miniature candy bars all day long.
I mean,
And I gained 30 pounds in 5 months.
I was gonna say it was great crack, but I was like, oh. I was indulging in the mini bar before I was here. Not like the actual mini bar, but like the snack mini bar. Cashews for days,
Oh,
people.
so good.
Not really, it wasn't that good. I was like, it's just a cashew.
Throwing shade at my favorite nut.
Is that your favorite nut?
No, I just wanted to be
Almonds.
offended.
Almonds all the way.
Anyway, so I created a drink that would combine chocolate, which I ate constantly, and then like smoky flavor. So it's a chocolate martini. There's a little water in here. We're okay.
Okay, you go for it. Germs, whatever.
I heard it's good for you.
I heard why.
I've heard. So it's a chocolate martini, but then I put smoked sea salt on the rim. And then you get like that salty, sweet flavor, you know, like in a
Salt on
chocolate
the
chip
rim
pretzel.
Salt on the rim. Is that a song? That's a Nicki Minaj song, right? Salt all over that rim something. Isn't that? Maybe not. This girl goes like, no, you don't know.
So, back to the drink. So I put in vanilla vodka, de coco, so it's like chocolate liqueur. Look, I'm in my element.
I have no idea what you're doing.
And
This
then-
might as well be chemistry class.
And then some Irish cream. Yes.
Whose name is Bailey? Represent. Hey, right there.
And then
This
shake
one's
it
for
up.
you.
See, this is how I exercise. I don't have to drive. Yeah, rock and roll. And then I'm gonna pour it into the glass.
Ooh. I'm down for that. That mixed with the jet lag might not be okay, so.
This is how I secretly get you to just take a nap so everyone takes selfies with you.
No, I'll just like, I'll
And normally I put it around the rim, but I'm just gonna give it a little sprinkling. Oh my god.
a little sprinkle of
A
glitter.
little sprinkle. And there you go.
Please, everybody.
From my book, Stand Up and Smoke. Cheers, Connor. It's delicious.
I love it.
So what I would love to talk about is kind of like the process of
Yes.
writing books.
I want to know if ours are different because my process.
You think you have a weird? Okay.
But
so-
for YouTubers in general, or at least for us, I know we've been traveling a lot, so I wrote mine like in my apartment, on a plane, in a different country. Like mine.
You sound like a Dr. Seuss book.
Thank you. With a cat in a hat.
Is there like a certain time of day that you like writing in better?
I put it off so at night.
Really?
Yeah, I would put it off and then I would just all of a sudden be like, okay, I need to do this, and I would sit down and I'd get going and then it'd be great. And I'd be like till 3 a.m. typing away. Tip, 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 tip. What about you?
Well, I would like to say that I'm a morning person, but nobody's a morning person?
I literally have a pillow that says that.
Well, yeah, because a lot of people say that they can write better and they're more creative in the morning.
Really?
You know, before they eat and stuff like that.
What was
How
that?
dare you? She said, aren't your mornings for hangovers?
Ooh. Throw that shade.
I'm sorry, did you say colder in here? So anyway, I don't write in the morning, but I like to write at night. But what I did, here is a way.
I know what you did. I think.
Well, I did that too, but here's what I did. I got an office outside of my house, and I didn't get internet hooked up to it.
Oh
I
my
tried
god!
that.
How do you live?
What is this? What is this? Like old the Globe Theater? Like tomatoes being thrown.
They were like, burn the witch.
This works.
No, I tried that. I went to Yosemite in California and I like tried the whole.
Because I go to Palm
Springs.
Springs.
Yeah, I was like, be in the woods, right with nature. It didn't work. I was like, it's not gonna work. Yeah, I just took pictures of like my hand with a pine cone.
Because
Oh, I know it's in there.
I find that the internet is so distracting.
Yeah,
Granted, I love it. It gives us a job.
Mhm.
But like if you're trying to do homework and write a paper, you know, you go on the internet to look up one thing, and then you've got 9 tabs open. You've already bought something off Etsy. You've already read. You're
What to do with a potato?
You're 9 pages into a tag.
Yeah, tumbling things. You don't want to know the actual things.
Exactly. So that's how I wrote. How long did it take you to write your book?
It took me a year. I mean, like, okay, that's like I started in May and ended in, I guess, April, so about a year. But like real writing time, probably about 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like me procrastinating, being like, no, not today, and then the next day being like, today,
And then going on Tumblr and being like,
tomorrow. But I did it very school style, so I like wrote an outline, like I was doing, like I would write a report, and like I did bullet points and like sub-bullet points.
You're a very good student.
It's because I need to be organized. I had to like see the book before I can make it, if that makes any sense.
Well, because your book is you have a lot of pictures. It's
Very
very
visual. Yeah, it's a book.
Very visual.
Very visual, honey.
So I'm sure you had to like see the layout of it. Mine was like, where do I stick in a picture for the spring break? And can they add a censor bar?
Wait, how long did yours take to write?
Mine took me, I guess, it's tough because what you guys realize is you write the book and then you turn it in and then you learn how many mistakes you made.
And then sometimes you find them later.
Yeah, exactly.
When it's out.
So I guess like the first full draft Like, what, Jake?
Someone.
8 months? 8 months, yeah, for the full first
And then you have to
draft.
reread your own book like 10 times. So
Mhm.
it's like being edited and stuff, and that's annoying. I hated my book after I was done. I was like, oh my god, my words.
No, but no.
Everyone calm down. I feel like we're back to the smoking thing. Don't do it, people.
Is there anything in your book that you read and you wish you hadn't put in there?
Not really. No. I put like, no, not really. I really like, yeah. What about you? I mean, like, you tell a lot of like scandalous stories.
Scandalous.
Scandalous.
No, there's nothing that I regret putting in the book. If you guys read it, I'm very honest. And I tell some very, very, very embarrassing stories. But I like that I kept everything in there. I did include, for you guys who haven't seen the book yet, I did include a safe word in it, which...
Explain.
Rutabaga.
Like the small group in the back was like, just keep the Rutabaga crew in the back.
That's my crew. That's right. That's a crew. No, it basically meant at the top of the book, since it is such a book that exposes and it's very honest, and there might be things that you don't want some people to read.
So put it out to everyone.
So I put it out to everyone. I put it on blast. So it means if you're reading the book and you're related to me, and you see the word rutabaga, please skip to the next chapter.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
Interesting.
because in a way the book feels like I just printed a bunch of copies of my diary from college in my early 20s and just dispersed them to my entire family.
I just half assumed that no one would actually read mine, and I was just like, it'll be fine. No one will know my secrets.
Oh no, I know I'm going to show up at Thanksgiving and my mom's going to be like, excuse you, New Year's 2005.
Rutabaga.
Rutabaga. What are we having for dinner? Rutabagas, please. Everyone, skip to the next day. Well, cool. Want to ask some?
Yeah, do you want some audience questions?
Yeah, let's take a few questions.
We're down for that.
But yes, you're right.
I think science is the most important. I'd like to know where Beans is.
Oh my god, me too.
First of all, Beans is the girl. I know she's not the... Yeah, Beans is the dog. Oh, really? No, Beans is all lady. If you guys don't know... I don't know. Beans is
I'm like London.
You're like, I'm gonna go see Big Ben later. My dog is a tiny 5-pound hairless Mexican hairless dog.
Bundle of joy.
Whose tongue stays out constantly. Her name is Beans, and she's the angel of my world. She's got 2 pictures in my book, and my mom is like, Beans got 2, huh? Beans got 2. No one else. She's heavily highlighted. Beans is doing great. She just celebrated the milestone of 150,000 Instagram followers. First of all, it's at Beans Hart with a Z, H-A-R-T.
Follow for real.
I know, and then I got 500 more followers right now. First of all, I don't know what that's good. Oh, I'm coming for you, Marnie. You know Marnie the dog?
Oh wait, is that the one that's like
She's amazing.
Grayish white?
With the tongue?
Yes.
Yes, Marnie, they're friends, but still, come on. And also...
Have they met? Do they have...
They had lunch!
Wait, actually...
Literally, Marnie the dog reached out to me from her account and sent me a message on Instagram
She
and
didn't
was
start
like...
off with bark and end it with bark. Then I would think the owner is crazy, first of all.
When you have a dog on Instagram, you go crazy. People be like, oh, I love Beans Insta. I'm like, I know, isn't she hilarious? I have nothing to do with the captions.
She has great spelling.
She has better spelling than me. That's how you know I don't do it. And also, I just want her fame to skyrocket, and then I just Kris Jenner this bitch. I just want to be a dog mom.
Yeah.
Just a momager.
Like the, what's the...
This stuff can wait! I've got a dog!
What's the Pomeranian? Its name like Palm or something?
Yes.
It has like 2 million followers.
It's insane.
Yep, I've seen it literally in Urban Outfitters just like sitting on the shirts. I'm like, what are you doing here? And like its mom is like in the background. And I'm like, what is this? A setup? It's so weird. That's me, you.
Exactly. Another question?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. That's a book question.
You.
Okay. When are you gonna get a cat?
Right,
That's not
speaking
a
of animals. But this is the hard-hitting question.
Okay, great.
I don't know, I've gone too much. It'd be such like neglect. I would feel bad. Eventually. Sometime. Maybe.
Right
Yeah,
there. Yes, sitting down, very sure.
At what point were you like, holy crap, I have a book? Like,
The first time I thought, holy crap, I have a book, is when I saw the cover.
Me too.
Finished
When
and
I,
sent.
did they send you like the mock-ups to take photos of with like the fake book?
No, I didn't get the fake book.
I got the fake book. It was like a cover with like just a random nothing book in the
It's
middle.
just now your turn.
And I was like, it's beautiful, but it's not mine. I was like, Moby Dick. Like, they just like tore the cover off Moby Dick for me. I was like, I did so well. A true classic.
Someone trying to fit in by reading your book,
Yeah,
but they just put the cover on like
It's about a whale.
Jane Austen.
It is about a whale. The first two
Yeah.
chapters.
I think the cover was the big moment
It
where
was,
felt.
yeah.
And the
I shed a
plaid.
tear.
Hi.
you said that your book was kind of like your diary.
Yes.
Have you ever looked back at your diaries to get
You know, I found a diary from when I was younger, when I was in like 4th, 5th, 6th grade. I should make a video. It's a Hello Kitty diary, and I loved it.
Aw.
And I learned a lot of things from that. One of them being that I have some weird guilt about not writing. Like, I think you could tell I was going to be a writer when I got older,
okay.
because every page starts with, Dear Diary, I am so sorry that I haven't written anything. And it's like, you're an inanimate object.
You're tapping an audience.
Diary doesn't give a shit. Diary has no soul. And I was
Don't
like,
say that about diary.
No, there's
I don't think I ever had a
back
diary.
named Diary right now. He's
Yeah,
like,
right.
I would apologize so much, but then also you could tell I was going to write about, things I didn't want my parents to read because I would have little asterisks. I saw all these asterisks in different parts of stories, and then I realized I had a second diary that I wrote the truth in.
Wait, how old were you?
Diary.
How old were you?
Like 6th grade.
You were a crafty 6th grader.
Oh,
Whatever that
completely! You should have seen me in high school. But so I had decoy diary, and so now I see it, and there's all these little, crudely drawn stars, and I'm like, I need to get the hands on that real.
meant. The real
Did you
thing.
keep a diary or a
No.
journal or
I don't.
anything?
I think I probably tried and then I just forgot. And it probably has like one entry. And it's probably just like, hey diary, this is weird. It's like off for a first date, like, hey, what are you into? But like, no, I literally.
What are you
I didn't.
doing?
What do you know? Do you know what YouTube is?
Me neither, it hasn't been
I'll talk to you
invented
about
yet.
it for hours. How about another question?
Yeah, another
I
book
keep
question.
seeing these girls with the I'll do the girl right there. Yeah, your hand's like lit up. Yes, you.
Yeah, when did you get the idea to write a book and why did you decide to write it?
That's a great question.
I wanted to because YouTube is so, I don't think people realize, but it's like, I do like a 5-minute video every week, and that's such like a small part of my life that I really wanted to expand on that, and kind of talk about my past, and talk about everything I was going through and growing up in a small town, and all those things, and just kind of wanted to reflect, what's life on life.
Was people saying you should write a book and that's
No,
what
I never
you did,
really,
or
I
is
never
it
really
something
got
you
that.
wanted to do?
I put it, actually, I have it in my iPhone. I had it as one of my goals in 2014, start a book, think about
You
a book.
do a million lists.
Yeah,
I write
I'm definitely
so
that
many
guy.
lists every day.
I
I'm
do.
like,
I did, yeah, every day. So it was like, and I really wanted something to work on because I never had anything that I'd work on for like a year. Like that sounds crazy to me. Which
Right.
with YouTube videos, it's normally like film, edit, upload in a day.
and instant gratification.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like really strange to like write a book and not really talk about it much for like 8 months.
Yeah, how far along were you with the book before you told?
Really far along. I mean, there was like hints and I mentioned it at times, but I never really talked about it until it was like a month before it came out. Yeah, it was bad.
Oh,
But it's also because I was just I want it to come out on this date, and I was also I'm not done with it yet.
See, I got the book deal, hadn't written a page yet, and I was like, I got a book! I was taking out my own advertisements on YouTube. I got a book, it's not out for a year and a half. Get stoked. I think I wanted to write a book because, where are you? Yes. I want to write a book because I think I have a lot of crazy stories from my life, And a lot of people would say, it's all right, you can go, rest your arms. Rest it. A lot of people would say, can you make a book with all your cocktail recipes? And so originally I thought it would just be a cocktail recipe book with a little anecdote for each recipe.
Nice.
But then I couldn't shrink it down.
Yeah.
These stories need to breathe.
Yeah.
They're like fine wine. They need to be
shown to the public.
They need to be savored. There's multiple layers of
Yum.
flavor.
Listen.
We should really form a band.
I was really bad at that. I was like,
So then I decided, you know what? It'd actually be more fun to write the bigger stories and then just make the cocktail recipe the chapter title as a bonus.
Love that.
Yeah. Cool.
I've seen the girl in the orange in the back with a
Yes.
I didn't. I was like, but I'm willing to bet. It's your brand.
Listen, I do comedy. I lived in New York City for a long time. I did lots of comedy shows, and like drinking has always been a part of it. And so I wrote my book like it was a full-time job. But I definitely think, this is just for my personal style, that sometimes I like to write jokes when I've been drinking.
Yeah.
Shocker. So I definitely write while I drink, edit while I'm sober.
I'm
Right there in the-
7, so
I'm
sober.
gonna say black jacket, or he's just gonna levitate to the ceiling. Like a balloon that got loose.
This is a question more for Connor.
Oh,
Why are you
shucks.
so attractive?
Ooh, that's... We have a very shallow audience in here. What about my personality, okay? I don't know, ask my parents, genetics. Peter and Cheryl represent.
Science.
Science, that's why.
I'd say, yes, right there, holding up the You Deserve a Drink book.
You met my mom earlier. How was that?
She was great. I wasn't for her.
I can't believe I missed out on this opportunity. I love moms. I want to be a mom.
Is that the question? She was awesome. Moms are great. Sorry, hold on. Do you have a question?
Yeah, I wanted to ask Connor.
I just hit my face on the scope.
What was do you have like a favorite part of the book that you wrote?
Favorite
Oh,
part?
good question.
I mean, aside from like, I really do like the photography aspects. Photography, I saw the pictures. But I really like the coming out chapter, to be honest. It's super raw and real and like, okay, engaged. Okay. But yeah, no, that one was like the most real, but also like the easiest to write because it was so like current in my life. I like wrote it during the whole experience. So
Yeah, like you weren't having
was
to
very-
go.
I wasn't having to be like when I was 7.
Right, exactly. Because I had some stories. I don't know if you did, but I had some stories where I went back to the people involved in them.
Yep.
And I was like, am I remembering this right? Because my sister, I swear to God, every time I tell a story, she's like, that happened to me.
Your whole life is a lie.
And I'm like, no, I got locked in the airplane bathroom.
That was
You did.
Kim Kardashian.
So I had to go back and fact check with people. But if you're writing a chapter from something that's fresh, just happening in the moment, I'd assume that's like the easy, not that it was the
Totally.
easiest subject matter.
No, but like the
easiest-
easiest memory-wise. I also like for the hard parts I let my parents describe me in a chapter. So
Oh,
there-
really?
My mom wrote a
Okay.
letter about me and my dad did. It was really cute. I cried when I read it.
That's
It was
awesome.
cute. It's like very candid, openly your parents speaking about you. So
I love
it's
that.
nice. Yeah. I was afraid that they were gonna be like, he was horrible.
No, it's getting published. Don't write that in the Christmas.
They do.
Right there, blue shirt. Yes, ma'am.
First of all, Connor, I love you. You're amazing.
I
And
love
I'm
you
very
too.
proud that you came out to us. Second of all, so you both are YouTubers and obviously had your life out there. Would you ever write a book if you weren't YouTubers, or is that just a thing that came about because of that?
That's a good question. I'm like, I mean, I really enjoyed it. So after the process, totally. Before it, I don't know if I would have felt I had anything interesting to say. Maybe because I feel like YouTube has added such like a huge twist to my life that a lot of like the important details came from like this experience. But I don't know. I mean, who knows what I would have been doing without YouTube? Maybe I would have been something like magician.
See, it's so interesting because that's such a part of your adulthood, and
Yeah.
it's such a random gift in my adulthood.
Yeah.
Where I moved here to to be a performer and to write, and wrote a bunch of stuff before I ever started doing comedy, and then wrote Camp Dakota and. love. And I never thought I'd write a book per se. The book is the first thing that I've written that isn't a script. So that's a whole other thing. Apparently, like, I am the worst at commas. Like, I'm just like, oh yeah,
I think I overuse
a
commas.
sentence can go 3 pages, right? And also, because of all the damn texting, I'm like, oh, I would write like I was
Don't get me
texting.
started.
Yeah.
If there was no autocorrect on computers, oh my god.
I know, my editor was like SMH, and I was like, to BQH,
I literally cannot. To this day, I cannot spell the word restaurant, and I do not know why. I cannot spell
Is it
that word.
restaurant or restaurant?
I still don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, so yes, I didn't know I'd write a book, but I knew that I would be writing.
Hands are flying in the air.
Yes, right there, beside the flower crown, yes. Thank you.
Biggest inspiration. I mean, mine's a memoir, so just but that's I'm like me. I mean, I guess it's my viewers because I really wanted like you guys to read more about me, so and like learn more about me. That's like the whole goal with YouTube and reading.
In more than 5-minute increments.
Yeah, exactly. Like really something that's well thought out and not just like made up on the spot. I'm just like jump cuts. So yeah.
I would also say myself.
Yeah, I feel like it's like
No, my inspiration was Grace is my inspiration. But no.
I'm a big one too.
No, but I think that one of the things I try to do in my book is be really completely honest and share these stories and try to embrace the idea that there's no such thing as embarrassing stories, that's an oxymoron, and that those stories you shouldn't be ashamed of, you should tell because that's what makes you interesting. And so I just really wanted to put that all out there and maybe hope that other people want to share theirs too.
I'll follow this girl with the book right here.
Oh, it's actually my book.
I'll follow this girl with that boy's book right here.
I love you, Linda. Okay, how's Sammers and Bree?
Sammers and Bree? I don't know, I haven't seen them in forever. I mean, they're good because my dad, literally, I have a family group. I don't know if anyone else has this, but I have a family group text that, like, it's like,
Oh, really?
are you like, oh, really? And just like, I thought you were gonna be like, oh, really? And like, pull on going.
Mine's been going for 3 years.
So, but like, my parents, I think, are just really bored sometimes, so they'll be like, Sam's looking cute on the couch right now. And like, my dad will like take a selfie with our cats.
Okay, did you teach your parents to text? Because I taught my dad to text and I've never regretted anything more.
Really? No, my dad uses emojis for days.
My dad
Not my
has
mom,
so
my
many
dad.
exclamation points, you think he got paid by that. It's unbelievable. And then like, I did no filter show in Chicago 2 nights ago, and so he's like, how's Chicago? With like a million exclamation points. Father, what has become of you?
My family, when they learned how to use like the voice memos, they were sending like 2-second voice memos. They'd be like, okay. And I'm like,
Wait, instead of texting it?
I don't know why. I sent like a minute-long explanation of like, do not use this unless you want to like tell a story.
Or unless you're like, the plane is going down.
God forbid.
I just said, like, when you don't have time to text, that's when you use it.
I was trying to be sweet. Okay,
Oh
good.
my gosh. How about right here? She's big.
How was it to actually announce to us that your book was like coming out?
Oh my god, it was great, especially keeping it a secret for so
I was
long.
gonna say,
I was
that must be
I was like
terrible.
jittery the whole like as you can see in the video. I was literally like and I didn't like I really didn't know what to say either. Like I realized I'm like, oh yeah, how do I describe what do I what? So it was very exciting.
Are you good at
honestly.
keeping secrets normally?
No.
No.
Or
Wait, what have I told you?
I know, I'm like wait a minute. I'm kind of. I know, I guess but it depends on how important it is.
Yeah, I guess it kind of feels like you have a secret. And so
that was my video title.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
I think it wasn't it? I'm gonna let me think
How about
here.
right there on the end, in the lime green shirt, yes. Myself.
I agree. That's hard. I don't know.
Hashtag genre, I ship it.
I'm thinking, I really like Logan Lerman for some reason. But I don't know, I've never really been into like the whole celebrity crush thing, and that's probably weird of me.
Really? Because I had a shrine to Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Remember that show? Throwing that back.
Oh my God, he was beautiful. You know what?
Was? Is he not anymore?
Very short.
Oh,
Very short. Let's see. How about right there in the raglan? No. Oh, yes. Front. Yes. The favorite what?
I mean, I love artwork, and I've gotten some amazing artwork from you guys, and I can't pick one. It's usually a photo of me, which is weird, but like, I'm just like, oh, cool, me. It's
Oh, you know
really,
that 6-foot-tall bust of my likeness.
Yeah.
No, my favorite things are letters.
Yeah.
And I really like, I mean, some of them are off the charts in different directions, but I really like reading different fan fictions and things. I'm saying it because I like to see you guys reading, writing,
True.
and like creating stuff,
True.
more stuff.
I was like, that was gross, but very well written. Wow, the punctuation.
I'm gonna have to shower for days, but the descriptiveness,
It's great.
unbelievable. Right there.
Oh.
Sure.
Sure. By the way, is there
Final
any
question.
gifts? I feel bad.
Right there, yes. I got a shot.
Compare. I want to go with the light in the back.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you. Oh, after you. Sorry, you're next.
Yes.
Shane Dawson and Joey December, they had like little tweets on their covers that like totally like this small.
Mm-hmm.
Now your cover, Connor. Okay. But mainly about your cover.
Yeah.
You have any like hair off or something that like really like upsets you.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, good
Yeah.
call.
Have you ever
Yeah,
done
like, dude.
something that was just like, oh, aggravates you so much?
Mm-hmm.
Great. I even like the back. More. That was weird.
I love mine. It's blank. Mine's a white page. Yeah.
No, I mean, with the cover, like, going into it, because obviously there's the designers you bring in, but the general idea. I know for mine, I really wanted it to be a white or like kind of gender neutral colors, you know? And yeah, I think it.
Mine, I made a secret Tumblr page, and I was like reblogging stuff on. I was like, I want it like this, I want it like this. I
So
want it like
that was basically
So
you
I was-
refusing to join Pinterest, but Pinteresting.
I like Tumblr. But yeah, so I did that, and then they made that up, and I was like, oh my god, it's perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. It was the first, that was like, besides the font, that was the exact first round. I was like, perfect. I love it.
Yeah. So shout out to book designers, to graphic designers. They're awesome. Yes.
There's some class like me.
In the back with the burgundy shirt.
Oh wait, no, I promised to go.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Yes. You'll be next.
So since you're, Connor, since you're only 22, would you ever consider writing a memoir?
22. Sorry, I missed the question.
Oh, since you're only 22, would you consider writing another memoir at the end of your life?
Oh god. Morbid. Very loud voice. It was like echoing.
Which you guys consider to be 30.
Yeah. You know what? Next year. No, I totally would. Like, I feel like it's cool to have done it at a quarter way through my life. So like doing like quarterly.
Yeah, that
it's
is
kind of interesting. But I don't know. Who knows? I don't want to be like next week, let alone.
Well, I think it's cool though that, especially when we were talking about the chapter of you coming out and it being fresh in that moment,
Totally.
that you captured it then.
Yes.
And, you know, rather than looking back and being like, okay, how exactly did I feel
Exactly.
on that day, and trying to really bring yourself back there, you can just do it from a place of honesty.
Maybe I'll write it along the way. Like every time something cool happens, I'll like write a page.
I know for me, I'd love to write another book. I have tons of stories, but I'm also like, man, it was a lot easier to have those things happen to me at 20
Yeah.
than it is at 31.
I get you.
Mama doesn't bounce back like she used to. So yeah, the next book brought to you by ibuprofen. Let's go.
Oh, no, you said
Oh,
Virginia.
yes, right there.
Virginia.
Yes.
Alright,
worried about that before I started writing it. I was like, how do I do this? How do I begin? How do I end
The
a book?
very first sentence,
Yeah.
that's a big deal.
I honestly, I can't even, like, I think I just did it. Like, I just typed it out and I was like, okay, that's it, cool. I didn't really want to feel like making like a punchline necessarily.
Oh, the first line of my book is, I wrote a book, you guys. That's the first line, was just
I think
a shock.
I get so stressed over those things, so I'm just like, I think I just need to write it and like let it be versus like crying about it for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna buy the book and read the first line and be like,
I hate it.
well, this isn't looking very good. Sitting right there, yes, with her hand up.
Everyone.
We're totally making eye contact, girl. Me, yes, you. No, it was the girl over here. That's okay.
I have no idea where you're pointing.
Yes. No, okay.
Let's go.
It's fine, no. There's gonna be like 80 people asking you what. Yes, go ahead while you're standing.
Do either of you guys have boyfriends right now?
Oh.
I don't talk about my personal life.
I don't talk about my personal life either.
Oh my gosh.
True, literally true.
Yes, go for it.
I love your hair. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, like good. The hardest part for me, it was I have these stories that I really like and I've told to friends and casually, but putting them down on paper and then realizing I needed to expand more, and also, the first note I got while writing it was, yeah, it has to be in the moment, so it can't be. And then she told me to go to sleep. It needs to be go to sleep, Mamrie.
Yep.
Please, you're annoying me.
That part was
Said
really
blah,
hard,
blah,
like
blah.
creating the scene.
Creating
Say,
the
like
scene,
very,
yeah.
very descriptive. But for me, it was just starting. Like every chapter I got to, as soon as I started, it really just kind of flowed out, and it felt really good. But like that sounds gross. But honestly, yeah, it's the descriptive part and just beginning the chapter, and then it was kind of easy. Because after I outlined it, I just was like, check, did that one, check, did that one.
I want to come see your home office. I need you to organize my life.
Oh, 1-800-TRANSA.
In the future.
This is for Connor. Why did you decide to write a memoir?
Just the whole like 5 minutes thing. Like I really just wanted to kind of like go in depth on my life and kind of because like my YouTube videos can be kind of silly sometimes, and I kind of want to show like more of a serious side of me. So I wanted to go beyond that and just kind of tell my life story, give some advice.
Blue hair.
Also love the hair.
I know, it's such good hair.
I'm afraid.
I know.
I've been seeing that video forever. Oh. That part was really emotional. You know I cry easy. Stop.
He's massively jet lagged. This could be bad.
What was your favorite fan experience you've had related to the book after you released it?
I mean, I love the fact that I've gone to 3 different countries to have meet and greets, but I don't know, that's hard. I mean, like it's so easy to say all the meet and greets. I'm trying to think. I do get a lot of like this specific chapter helped me, and that's really nice to know that someone actually read the book. But B, to know that like it's doing its purpose. Mine was like hopefully going to advise people on how to get through certain situations, and it's kind of one of those books that you can pick up and just read the chapter on friends if you're feeling down with friends. So it's really nice to know that like specific things really resonate with people.
Mine just came out on Tuesday, so I think my favorite thing so far is someone sent me a picture, or like tagged it on Tumblr, and it was a picture of one of the chapters, and the book had all these like splatters on it, and because they were crying, laughing so hard, they sent me a picture of their tears.
That's so
I loved it.
love that too.
It was awesome and kind of weird. Yes, Camp Dakota shirt. My favorite drink in the book. Oh, I know, he's got such great style. Favorite drink in the book. Oh, geez. There's a lot of good ones. The one at the very end, because I really like spicy stuff. It's spicy.
I can't.
I can't.
Miranda has ruined my vocab.
Right. So there's a drink at the end called the Flaming Sips, about when I went to a Flaming Lips concert and had a night. But it's like with Fresno chili simple syrup and gin and grapefruit juice and champagne. I love that. I know Mom just went, oh no. I was like, that's my people.
I'm gonna call on a girl in a purple hat with the book right there.
Yeah. Oh,
I think
might have to wait.
Yeah, we might have to wait.
We gotta take some more
Sorry.
questions, but or then it'll be just like a avalanche. Yes, definitely. In
Very
the,
dramatic, I feel
I
like.
can't stop watching YouTubers. Such a hey, how are you, hon?
I was the girl who said hi to you before, so I want to say hi again. To my
Hi, I know it's good to see you.
My question is it scary knowing that there are so many people reading your book and like judging you?
Yes, they all. I know they are because they all have scorecards that say 10.
It was a little bit scary to think about at first, but I think it's kind of those things you get used to after a while. You're like, it's out there, it's happening, people know everything, cool.
Well, I mean, is there anything from your book that you're in?
I mean,
would
true,
be
I was
embarrassed about?
gonna
You know what I
say
mean?
true,
Like-
if I put it in there, I'm like ready for people to know.
Yeah, you have
So,
ownership of it.
yeah, but it's more like the criticism that could come with it, being like, this book was horrible, and I'm like,
There's bad
No.
I tried.
No, it'll be great. For me, it's like once you're writing a chapter about like getting a Brazilian wax or something, like you just had it, you sort of like,
Oh my god,
Yeah.
my favorite chapter of my book.
I know, I was scared you thought I ripped you off.
I have literally one of my legs waxed future video coming up, and like, it has like,
Welcome to the world.
I can't decide if I should shave the whole leg or just leave the patch. It was kind of like cool in a way. Maybe it's like the new trend.
Yeah, if you shaved one leg though, that could be like
Maybe that's cool too.
asymmetrical
Maybe
hair.
I'm a trend starter.
My,
Call me crazy.
When I was little, I wasn't like, you know, girls, do you have these rules that your mom still wears? Like, you can't shave your legs till this right.
Yes!
So I was fine with that rule because I'm lazy, right? But my sister was eager. So, and I think it was, we weren't supposed to be able to shave, I think it's like 7th grade. Yeah.
Oh, that was a big gasp.
It's fine, I have very fine hair. It's great. But in 6th grade, my sister broke the rule and she was shaving her legs. And my mom walked in and she had one leg shaved. And my mom goes, your punishment is you can't shave the other.
Pants for 2 months.
Yeah, so funny.
Depending on your hair growth, period.
Right there in the picture.
Okay, I have two. One, Mamrie, have you ever thought about making a cookbook channel?
Oh, I do. But that's another story.
Chapter 12.
Yeah, right, probably. I do love cooking. I'm a vegan, so I do a lot of vegan cooking. So, what's up? Oh yeah, and so I do love cooking. We'll see.
I wish I could cook.
One book at a time.
Fun,
Really?
I was gonna say fun story. My sister came to visit me the other week, and she's a chef, like literally a chef. And she was like, "You have like a pan and like a spatula," and she was like trying to cook fancy things
I'm
into.
like, is that what it's called?
And I was like, how to be an adult? Have more than one pan.
You can come over for dinner. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm a volunteer firefighter in New Jersey.
Wow, thank you very much. That's incredible. You're a badass.
My instructor, don't believe that I'm here. Afterwards, can the three of us take a selfie to show them, please?
Yes.
Yes. She's a firefighter, guys. Show me your hose skills. In the very back, the gentleman in the very back. Yes.
What was that?
What was the most cringe-worthy chapters? What's the most that it's like, oh my god.
I mean, I definitely cringed at the thought of having my parents write about me because I was like, what are they gonna say?
Really?
Yeah, I was just like, oh my god, because I honestly, I was a bad kid. Like I was very
No,
like,
you did not.
I was bitter.
Oh.
Yeah, I was a bitter middle child. I was living overweight and like eating pizza instead of like, you know. No, but yeah, I was literally a bad child, and my parents like I literally broke my little brother's arm. It's in the book. Like, I pushed him off a chair. I was 4. Oh my god. Look at us. I love breaking people's bones. But yeah, so I was a bad child. So I was afraid that they'd be like, come for me in my own book.
Yeah. Cringe-worthy.
My parents dragged me.
You also killed a chipmunk.
Oh yeah, I did too. I was like, wait, there's a chipmunk in here. London.
Brandon, okay?
Totally fine.
Cringe-worthy. There's a lot of them in there.
Probably could have called your book cringe.
Let me just go ahead and look at the table of contents really quick. Just a little point of reference? Oh, okay. Yeah.
First, I don't even have a book. That's how prepared I
I'll
was.
give you mine.
I'd say the most cringe-worthy chapter would be either Leaves of Free Martini, where I squatted on a poison ivy plant. First week of college, boo.
Good first
Waffle
impression.
class. That one and Pina Colada. I get constipated when I drink them. I'll tell you all about it.
There you go. Don't we all? Let's all be real. I'm gonna say the book right there in the air. Throw it. Hi. I say this and like it's not even like kidding. Wait, so it has to be a YouTube couple, you said? Dang it, I was gonna say my parents. I always say my parents. I'm like, they're my OTP, they're my favorite. I really do love some. And now I have a dog, so like I'm like 10 times more love.
Mine's memes. Mamrie and
You're all about me. I inspired myself to write my own book about me. I love me.
Hey, you know what? Honesty is the best policy.
True.
There's nothing wrong with being confident,
There isn't.
right?
Own it. You look great today.
Don't lease it, own it.
You're supposed to be like, I know.
Sitting right there with the gray shirt. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I love your merch. Looks great. Yeah, it was the coming out chapter for sure. It was the hardest to emotionally write, if that makes any sense, like to be emotionally connected to, but the easiest to write, like, as in like getting words on the page. It was just like, I knew exactly what I wanted to say.
I don't think there was one that was particularly harder to write than the other, but I think it was really hard to figure out the order of the book. Because
I don't know, wait, mine wasn't. Mine's like,
yours
birth to
chronological.
death, yeah. I birthed to death. I died.
It's getting real. I thought you looked different. I thought you was just jet
I'm going for
lagged.
that pale look.
So it was figuring out what order to put it in, because I'm not going to start the book when I'm a kid, because that is not going to reflect the rest of the book.
True.
So it was scattering them out and being like, okay, let's put one that's a little more extreme, and then one that's a little tamer, and peppering them throughout.
Peppering. Good word. Peppering.
Peppering, you know
By the
what?
way, how are we doing on time?
Oh
yeah, we're killing it, guys.
Me? I'm gonna go with the guy in the very back who's waving his hand. Oh,
Gotcha.
good father.
First, Connor, I love you so much. I cried when you walked into the room. Two questions. One, was there any in both of your books how were you iffy about if I should put this in or you shouldn't put it in?
The parents' letters was one. I'm trying to think of any others.
I had to make sure that my friends were okay with me using
Yeah.
their real names. So there were a couple chapters where I had to change the names.
Yeah, no, I thought about
But
that.
I wanted to put the chapter in, which is why I asked.
Yeah.
To double
By
check.
the way, I told you most embarrassing secret
Yeah,
to
totally.
thousands of people.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Call on her.
I'm calling her.
Does photography come naturally to you, Connor? Really nice photography. Such a good photographer.
Yeah, these are sweet. I mean, I don't look kind of. I feel like I have it sounds so lame of me to say. I feel like I have an eye for that. That's such a thing. But no, I do feel like I have an eye for photography. I thoroughly see something. I'm like, I want to take a picture of that, and I want to take a picture of it at this angle. But that's also very snobby of me to say, so I don't know.
Well, I'd say that every time that's a reflection.
Back to you, baby. No, yeah.
But did you ever want to be a photographer, or did you study photography in high school, or you know what I mean?
I did take one class, but I never really thought even being creative in general was always something that I wanted to do, and I was kind of afraid to. I was afraid to be artsy and creative, and I thought in high school it wasn't the coolest thing necessarily, but now in hindsight I'm like, it is the coolest thing. I want to be one of the art kids. So yeah, I think I've always wanted to do what I'm doing, and now I'm doing it, so it's cool.
Well, we're gonna take some from other people too together, because we can only take a couple more.
What about this girl right now?
Yes, perfect. Fight to the death to the side.
Lives.
Okay, so, what's your favorite frappuccino from Starbucks?
I never have the frappuccinos. They're too sweet. Sugar is the devil, people. Sugar is the devil. Preach.
Right here in the peach colored shirt. Took you the longest to write.
Probably the first chapter, I feel like, because mine's like, it's the first, like,
The jumping off
minutes,
spot.
but it's also like the minutes, no, but it's like the beginning of my life, so I'm like I try to remember it, and I try to get all these details, and like, also even just how you want to start the book, in general as a chapter, I'm
It
like,
sets a tone.
yeah, I'm like,
It's like when you like the first song on the playlist.
yeah.
We're like, is this road trip gonna be high energy, or should we just be like kind of mellow because we're gonna get tired and somebody's gonna fall asleep?
Skrill.
You know, so you said Skrillex, the whole 12 hours. I'd say the hardest chapter for me to write was I wrote the chapter about when I found out my parents were getting divorced, and no, I didn't care at all. I was very cool with it, actually. They hadn't lived together in a long time. But just remembering that I got it right, and also like, because that was, you know, that was a big deal in my life, but that's a much bigger deal in my parents' life.
Totally.
And making sure that I represented that correctly, and
Did you like
and also my
send it?
siblings.
Did you like send it to them to make sure it was like okay, and make sure? Or
I-
did you just?
I'm more like just ask questions.
Yeah.
Because if you guys haven't
In a
read
book
it,
report.
yeah, exactly. It's in my book. It's called Right in the Nuts. That chapter. It's a road trip we took. We found out they were getting divorced, and then we took a 3-day road trip from my mom to bring me to my dad, and we had flat tires. We had to stay in Motel 6. There, we got woken up by the cops that night. It was a crazy couple of days.
Sounds like my move to LA.
Right?
We got a bird, we got lost in the desert. I got speeding. Oh, I didn't get a speeding ticket, but I got pulled over,
Really?
like near the border.
There's a problem next yeah, so just factually making sure it worked. Let's do just a couple more.
The girl right here, yes. Yes, you.
What was your favorite part of your tour with Connor Franta novel? Personally, me and my friends waited outside for 10 hours, and I was thrown into a car, but I didn't eat.
Oh my god. What? Wait, was this in New Jersey? That one had a mind of its own. So anyone who goes to New Jersey, I'm sorry, like 5,000 people showed up, and I met 1,600, and like I had to go to a next state that night, so like I couldn't stay.
Your car that wouldn't move, and then she tried to get us to go in front of her, and I told her to move, and then people throw me into your car. So
I don't want to throw shade.
You know what you got?
like 6 chins on your window.
Yeah, no, that was the only one that was very scary. So
You know what you got right there? You got a chapter in your memoir. And I think that's all our time. No, we don't. That was just such a good way to end it. What is it, 6:30?
Should we have like one final question? I'm thinking the girl right there in the maroon fantastic Monday sweater has both of our books.
Yes.
The final question. Make her mouth so fun.
Make it count.
Mamrie, are you drunk or hungover right now?
No.
The hard hitting questions. And then mine's gonna be like, Connor, what's your favorite color?
Exactly. Actually, does anyone have one last question? Yes, right here. Hey, good to see you.
When it's bad, you guys ever get tired of filming YouTube videos? You guys ever don't have
Inspiration. Yeah, the Hampton Inn doesn't really inspire you. Yeah, go ahead. Well, you have to bank a lot of videos, right? Like you don't film from hotel rooms.
It depends. Like, yeah, usually I'll pre-film, so I'll be like, I'm gonna be gone for 4 weeks, so I should have 4 videos. But like ones that I'm so prepared, I'll film them as is, and then usually not as good because I have no time. But usually I'll make collabs. I'll try and plan collabs. Like when I was in the UK, I was like, I should film all these videos. Half the time it never works, and I'm just like, I'm too tired, I'm gonna sleep. But I did film like 3 collabs. So.
Ooh, leave it on it to be continued.